I came into the shop one day and there was a rather tall, elegant gentleman standing there, and Rafi, one of our staff, said, "This man would like to meet you. His name is Michael Putland." And the name kind of rang a bell, but I didn't know quite why. And he introduced himself and he said he'd just moved back from the USA where he'd sold his photo agency. And he wanted to buy a Nikon from us, and it was particularly sweet that he was doing so. And I asked him why, and he said because between 1969 and 1973, he was the struggling photographer in the basement of our building. And that cleared up a long mystery I'd had, because when I took over the premises, it had been a hairdresser's for 100 years. And in the basement, under the coal vaults, when I tore down a door, I found an abandoned darkroom with stalactites of limestone hanging off it, and the incredible smell of about 25 years of chemicals. And I'd always wondered who the photographer or photographers were, and it was answered. And so that's really how we met. And he started telling me about what he did here and his struggles, really, until the big breakthrough.
Well, we first met in 2005, and I remember the first day we worked together. It was a commission I did for Retina Pictures, and it was just the most magical chemistry that we had. I think the relationship between hair and makeup artist and photographer is really important, that you gel, that you have the same vision, and we absolutely did. And I remember he said to me, "I don't want to work with anyone else but you as a hair and makeup artist." So that was the start of our creative relationship together. And that went on for 15 years. So, after seeing all the work that he did in music, and then seeing his love of music, and then seeing his love of fashion, it was just lovely to see, that whole journey that he went through, and everything, as I say, gelled beautifully. He was, and it still is in my eyes, the most modest human being you would ever meet. So kind. He drew in the trust of his models, and I think that's really important. You see it in all his work, from his music work through to his fashion work. The models that we work with completely trusted him. That's really important that they do. They can feel relaxed, they can be themselves, you get the best images. And it was the same with his music work as well, because he's capturing these intimate moments where trust is everything, and he's got these pictures that no one else will ever capture. So I think that reflects his personality.
Well, it's a body of work largely from some of the most significant times in music, the 60s and 70s. It's arguable that wasn't just the best decade ever. And he then went on into the 80s, and then he branching off, working with Lorraine, doing the sort of jazz people that he rather loved. I mean, it is an astonishing body of work, and it'll last as long as people want pictures. And look at the names he had. I mean, it's an exceptional thing, and from an exceptional man, really.